Last week we talked about the benefit of working concept to concept instead of book to book. Today I'd like to introduce to you Max Camp's 6 elementary stages that he puts forth in his book, Teaching Piano. The first stage is teaching students to read by interval from the landmark with a very simple C position, middle C position, or CD position. Stage 2 introduces the left hand very simply. Stage 3, the left hand is playing block chord accompaniment. The right hand is moving about a bit. Stage 4 introduces phrasing and articulation, both parallel and contrasting. Stage 5 is a collection point for making sure students know all of the 16th note rhythmic groupings. Stage 6 is an introduction to style. Today I want to focus on stages 1, 2, and 3. Hang on to the end. At the end I have 2 things to offer you that I hope you will be happy to hear about. First, stage 1. It has just very simply pieces that are in, for example, like this, using a 5-finger position. This is, and then introducing, a 4th, and perhaps at the end of the book, a simple C position. This is a book that I developed for my own use some years ago because I got tired of going from one printed book to another and back and forth to get what I wanted. This followed the sequence that I was looking for. And here is stage 2 is moving out of, putting the hands together. Here, for example, is a very simple case in point. The shell on the left hand, or one note. That pretty much covers what happens in stage 2. You can move into other hand positions. My book introduces other key areas and has rhythmic practice in it as well. Actually, book 1 has a lot of theory in it. I don't need any other theory with book 1. Book 3, stage 3, uses the block chords as an accompaniment. Now, they need to be learned ahead of time, obviously, and that is a difficulty in addition to the right hand moving out of the 5-finger. These have melodies that are only 5-finger melodies for the right hand. So you're putting your hands together in a very controlled environment. Only 5-finger melodies in the right hand and only this very simple shell or one note in the left hand. And in stage 3, you have pieces like this that have the block chord accompaniment and, go through several keys. And that's what I do in this Folk Tunes 3 book. I find that using these stages helps me organize music. My files are set up with stages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rather than by the method books. I put in the corner at the top of each book, whether it's a supplementary standalone book or jazz or blues book, or whether it's a core method book, I put what stage it is so that I can put it into my file and find it easily. Now, for the surprises. Not only do I have a handout that includes the stages for you, I am going to share my scruffy notes from years and years of teaching. These are the core pieces, the supplementary pieces, and then the theory and technique that I've used for years with every one of these 6 stages in elementary. Also back here is early and late intermediate and early advanced repertoire. This is by no means the only or necessarily even the best out there. I stopped taking very many beginners a lot of years ago, and so I have not continued to buy new music and new methods and that sort of thing. But what I have may be helpful to you because you probably have most of those books. All right. Permission is granted to the other thing is that I am putting these as a download on Top Music Marketplace for the first time. I've never put these out there. So you can download these on Top Music Marketplace. You have permission to continue to reprint them for your studio, and you can do something like the comb binding that I showed you, or put them in a notebook here and then just punch the pages and loan them to your students. That's pretty much what I did. But the price, is barely above $10 per book. So it's barely above buying a book and you have the manuscript to use forever. So you are welcome to use to get this free handout, whether or not you get any of my books. This is free for anybody. I'm glad for you to use it. Now, let me just say that I have books available. If you're looking for paperback books, probably want to go to Amazon. They will ship anywhere in the world. If you want digital downloads, go to Top Music Marketplace. I have those links on my notes for today. And but the folk tunes 1, 2, and 3, these that I introduced today, these are only available in a download on Top Music Marketplace. Next week, stages 4, 5, and 6.